Nvidia just became the first ever company to reach $4 trillion in market value. So this is its, I've forgotten the name of the word, market capitalization. Gosh, so the number of outstanding shares it has publicly listed times the share price, the market capitalization. So there are different ways to value a company. This is just one of them. This is arguably one of the crudest ones, but still, Nvidia has become the first company to touch $4 trillion market value on Wednesday. If you've been following it, or if you have any money invested in Nvidia, good job. I have some, not enough. I wish I had more because it's gone up about 50% since I put some in. This is not financial advice. So shares rose 2.4% to 164, benefited from the ongoing surge in demand for artificial intelligence technologies. So basically, what's happening here is Nvidia are the main company who are providing the chipsets for training artificial intelligence. So when someone like Elon Musk sets up a huge data center, it is absolutely stuffed to the brim with these chipsets. And because of that, there's a huge demand for them right now, and the cost of them has skyrocketed. And Nvidia are pretty much the only game in town. There's a few other chip makers, but Nvidia are the name who make GPUs, graphical processing units, which are the chips. You can see this is Jensen Huang holding one that power the training of AI models. And it's a quirk in a weird way because Nvidia, any of you who are PC gamers or have played PCs or built a PC, Nvidia used to basically be a graphics card maker for if you wanted to play video games or maybe video editing, but mainly for video games. If you wanted to run 3D high quality looking video games, you would buy a graphics card, a GPU. That was 20 years ago. The thing about graphics and rendering video on screen and rendering 3D worlds is that for it to work, for the effect to work for the human eyeball, it all needs to be rendered at the same time on the screen. So every single pixel is being rendered on the screen and we're able to see it and it looks like a 3D world for us. And that's rendering 30 times or 60 times every single second or more than that. Actually, the refresh rate is much higher. But what it's doing is it's processing all of those pixels in parallel. And this is the important part because when we train an AI model, it's using parallel processing. It's about being able to look at all of the, I don't want to get too technical, but all of the tokens within our data set, training data at the same time, and then compare them all and the differences between them in parallel on a massive scale. So it just happened to be that the technology that we use for processing video game graphics is also really useful for running large language models and for training large language models. And because of this, Nvidia, who used to make stuff for gamers, have suddenly become the largest company on earth by market capitalization. So good job to Jensen Huang and the team at Nvidia. It's a weird historical coincidence that they happen to be in that market and they're doing really well in that market. And then first crypto and then large language models came along and has rocketed Nvidia to being one of the most important companies on earth. And yeah, they are pretty much the only one doing it. And this is why it's become a large part of the tariff war as well, because it's a US based company and so US export controls forbid Nvidia from selling the most advanced chips to China. So it's a large company in the world, it's political, and it is fueling the AI revolution, basically. So again, not investment advice, but it's a fascinating company for that reason.